Hello everybody and welcome back to some Dominions 5. We are God of Friwald in the early summer in the year 4 of the Ascension Wars. This is turn 51. And this is a turn we'll be submitting in a few hours, unless we're making any changes here. We have some messages incoming, finally some diplomacy. This is in response to the message I sent to him regarding their war. He says, I can't fight their army at the moment. Unfortunately, devils, honestly, who knew this, are practically immune to fire and hit like a herd of truckfuckers. I'm more than happy to accepting help and split their land and pay you some extra gems for going through the trouble. I had wanted to end them before their blood magic could reach critical demons, but it is getting that way, and I don't think anyone wants a strong flying blood nation. My other neighbors, particularly Hortis, who Haraspat were invading, seem to be stalling or involved in their own wars, so I can't expect much help from them. Alright. This is a very nice message to receive. He wants our help and he's willing to pay for it. So we will actually be, I think I'll try to ally with Avas now, and might even start a 2v2 war instead here. We still have Atinium coming in the middle of it. He sends another message though. Also, I think I've been on honorable, he says, also, I think we've been on honorable terms the entire game. You're the last nation I'd attack. I'd rather take over Portis after Haraspat, since they attacked me in return for saving them and have been sailing on and off. Right? So there's some different things we can do with this. I'm thinking about telling Avas that he and I could share Portis, potentially, but right now, Atinium is also in a position to take over Portis, and if we clear up his lands, then Atinium might come in and take it. We will have to wait until Atinium arrives to see what we do in that regard, but I will try to ally with Avas now. I'm playing both sides of the fence. Before I was helping Haraspat, now we are going to be helping Avas, so we keep that war going. Meanwhile, we are doing our thing in Shenton. Alright, that's the sort of the intro to the turn here. This is Haraspat claiming the Golden Throne, so he now stole that back from Avas. Heavenly Wrath, 2 Hill Giants. We have cast Hornspecs, gained us a Wolf Oak, so that is an extra nature gem. And Gandalf has cast Auspex. No new magic sites were found. Then we found a magic site in the Velvet Ocean by the shore, and that is a kelp grove giving 1 nature gem per turn. Also nice. So more gem income all around. And then we move on to the battles here. Let's just dive into it. I'm going to show all of them as usual, because I like that kind of thing. This is Shenton's army, who is now marching towards Friwald. He is within 4 turns of the capital here. And it is the same old. He has so many mages in here. Look at this Skelet Spam. We don't have anything like that gathered, I think. Plus all the other things. White mages at the back, doing their thing. Then fireballs coming in. And he gets some friendly fire at least. So that's interesting. He, again, takes a little bit of losses, but not really anything this time. 3. In Wildrith. This is us raiding, and there's literally no opposition here, so we will take that. In the hole, I think we were just checking if he put up any promised defense. He has put in a little bit, so we are running away. Did we lose the guy? Yes, he did get away. Too bad. In Kepria, Shenton is raiding with a Wraith Lord against some ranged cavalry. They will die horribly. And then in Shem, that's the throne. So yeah, the throne with the okay, this is the throne province that Shenton occupies, and he's coming in with his guard. We put in 3 angels to stop her, but she brought some units with them. These are the guys I think that were inside the fort, so they are coming out to help. That means the fort is basically empty also, which is nice. So let's see if 3 angels, Peregrine, Sariel, and Samwise is here. And we have Adulation of the Writhing Flesh. 2 mages here, and a Hill Giant present. She's casting Personal Regeneration. The extra units will give her a few turns to cast some spells, which is not good for us. We'll move right in and kill 1 mage on the on the entrance here. Then the other mage dies. But she's casting spells. All the mages are dead. The hill giant is running forward doing its thing, and there was an elemental, they don't really do anything. We've cleared up everything here. And so the angels start working on the god. She now is ethereal and has, I think she cast invulnerability maybe, or she did personal regeneration at least, so she's regenerating at 20%. She has the never healing wound, but nonetheless she is at 135 hit points here because of the Dominion bonus. So a good amount of regeneration, 27 to be exact. And the battle's on. We're dealing some good hits. She's trying to attack back but doesn't hit. We're also casting Soul Slay on her. I don't think it does anything though. She resists it. She's got magic resistance 21, which is pretty high. She's down to 110 HP here. Take some hits. Oh, and then she gets cut almost halfway down. She instantly breaks. She got another affliction, a chest wound. So she doesn't want to play anymore. She's running away. And now our angels are free to go beat him up. Everything else I think is dead. Yep. Now they're just chasing her. Doing some hits. She's down to 14 hit points here. Down to 25. She's healing. They hit her. They hit her. And she's dead. But then, they were all poisoned, and one of them doesn't have regeneration, so he will die. Also, Peregrine takes 2 afflictions from the poison alone in this one here. But we killed her, and we found a lot of equipment. Most of it is from Peregrine's loot, actually. We found where's it? The chainmail of displacement, that was hers. And one of them had she had a ring of regeneration, and he didn't, so that's his found. And we lost one angel though. That's unfortunate, but we killed the mother of monsters. Very nice. And we've, so Lost Canyon range. There's more good battles to come here. We are just checking with the scout to check their province defense. There's not really anything here, so we're raiding there. Realm of Silence. We moved in with 1 Buried Initiate, and the only province defense he set up was 1 faction commander. So they will in fact engage in combat, these two. And this is on top of a fort. I don't comprehend why he isn't spending like 2 or 3 more gold putting some extra province defense to defend against these guys. It should be worth it, I think. Just spending like 4 gold more, he would have prevented this. He just summoned some skeletons that run forward and kill the commander. Easy peasy. Realm of Silence. There was a battle in Nistra. Here we were trying to raid too, but he's left some mages behind, which is interesting. So he's got some skeleton spammers here, more than us, and more skeleton spam and province defense means that we will lose this one. Mage runs away. And we'll speed it up here. Our Bird Initiate goes in and casts spells. That doesn't help. Then he gets involved in the melee. And they can't really kill him, so he gets to run away. Indeed. But on this one here, there was one notable. The Buried Father in here died, was killed when retreating into enemy territory. He did have Twice-Born though, so we got another Twice-Born mage. In Laria, this is a conjuration bonus fort of Shenton. He raids this one with 5 Wraith Lords. So he has 5 Wraith Lords active for duty, 2 of them having heroic abilities, extraordinary attack and defense skills, and morale and leadership on the other one. Then 3 normal here. Most of them have an affliction of some type, so that's nice. But we had a sick, a deceased caveman here, so he just dies. Whatever. Then that was in Laria, so he got that one back with his little Wraith Lord raid. Red Mines. We raid, and there's one commander there in Kolamorgor. I'll never say that right. we get raided by a Wraith Lord, but we had 2 Buried Initiates, and we have a Bird Consort, I think. Yes. So this time we will see what happens. Soul Vortex. He's standing back casting spells, and he's gonna do some undeads. We're doing the same, and we have a Skeleton Spammer that is not as good as him, but we have 2 Buried Initiates to help fill up the field, and a bit of Province Defense. Excuse me. Our Buried Initiates will do some extra skeletons as well. But now they are on advance and cast spells. I think all of our mages are on advance and cast spells here, so they will be moving closer. Still summoning skeletons here. He's now not summoning skeletons anymore because we have more skeletons. They surround him and he has to fight. Now we're getting in close and we're doing dust to dust, and that can kill him. Our consort is moving forward too, I think. Not yet. Okay, but Earth Grip coming in. So now he's earth melted, or whatever that means. And can't fight us efficiently, I think. He has to fight to get out of it. So he's sort of locked. We get dust to dust again, kill some of our own undead because we missed. Animate more skeletons. It's a little bit quiet. We can't really kill him with the melee troops, but they're just there to harass him while we cast more and more spells. Here comes the Buried Consort. Moving up. Doing Animate Skeleton again. Now he's doing Control the Dead, but missed. And then we're doing Dust to Dust and kill him. So that's the end of him. We managed to do it with a small team of hobbits and their giant friends. Very cool. He didn't have any items, unfortunately. And in Shenton there's a battle, and this is outside the fort. Very interesting battle, I think. We have here some leaders that we've never seen in effect. The Steward of Plagues. He sent in a retreat to a different province, the Flame Spirit, sort of revealing his strategy here. That's Sabrina the Witch, and another witch. I empowered this witch Alright, so, and we have our army. This strategy here, as you'll note, he runs away immediately, like the name here suggests. And this is called, I think, gem baiting. He sent in enough stuff that it activates the gem use on our mages, so they will all blast all of their scripted big spells and use a lot of gems. Then he will run away. We do Howl, we did Liquid Water, we did all the things. So at least like 10 gems spent, I think. At least. And then we kill some of the units, but we didn't kill any of the mages because they ran away right away. That was outside the fort. We lost a wolf. Then in the Sacred Lake underwater, we are raiding Atinium. With a small force and 2 mages. And there's less province defense that we have soldiers, and ours are better quality. So they will run in there and do their thing. I think they don't take any losses, but they take a little bit. Some tridents. Okay. In the Florian, we try to attack with our mercenaries and a little bit of mage support. But this province defense, I suppose I forgot how big it was. So there's a lot of them. We have spell support, so we might be able to break through here. They're doing Swarm and summon skeletons, so we have a lot more units now. They have better quality troops, I think. We are killing a lot of the cavalry here. And now we're pushing to the front line. We're doing okay. We have the numbers advantage, at least. But not the ranged advantage. They have supporting archers. More skeletons coming in. We'll speed it up. We start to push in, but then our troops rout. Our skeletons will be fighting, but the mages, yeah, they start to rout. Unfortunately, the armies of Friwald are routed. Down to 1 commander and a lonely soldier that is attacking us still. And our mage here won't even get away. Our mercenary captain. Oh well. So that was another defeat there. Mostly mercenaries lost. Actually, only mercenaries lost. Everything was lost in those 2. Okay. Then in the Great Woods, that is between Avaz and Rosbard, they are trying to reclaim a fort, I think. But there's some patrollers here. They will do a massive skillet spam. Look at that. What level are they? Level 2 only. So we can do the same. If we have enough mages in the battle, this kind of thing can happen. It's just an army of skeletons. And these troops are vastly superior to the skeletons in a fight. They even have a hero in here, and they will just murder skeletons all day long. But the skeletons are coming in waves, and the armies of Havas, they take hits, and then they get fewer in number, then they kill slower, and then they start to rout. The undeads will never rout. So in the Great Woods, they did kill 137 skeletons here with their 43 units, but that just wasn't enough to push through the sheer weight of 7 spellcasters. Worth noting. Then there was a battle at the Fortress of Shanton. Oh, and I think... I understand now. These mages were the ones inside the fort. They attacked out to retreat, and then they get away. For some reason, that didn't occur to me until now. That's a pretty good strategy. I don't think I've ever done that, to save mages inside the fort. See, this guy, he's teaching me stuff. As we're playing, I'm totally going to use it against him later when he sieges our forts. That's a good idea. I understand now, because that's why it's empty. I was wondering why it was completely empty. Except for one dude. Because they attacked out and then ran away. They attacked and they activated the gem use, and then they ran away. So it's not necessarily just for the gem baiting. Right. Makes sense. And we will win here, no problem. Did we lose anything? We did lose a little. 1 lava-born, some spirits, and some hammers. They killed 1 jade sorcerers and everything inside. And now we control the Fortress of Shanton, the capital of Shanton. An unexpected event has occurred. Artajaro gained some more province income, and a lot of gems here is found. Good. Then we have completed a fortress here in Bergamo. I changed the map filter, so we don't have that income box anymore. I'm not sure I like it yet. I kind of like it, so we're going with it. The entrance to the fortification in the Deep Black Sea has been breached, so we're storming the castle here with this little script, and it's just gonna ram. I think we have more units than are inside, so we will be okay. Fortification in the Realm of Silence is unharmed. That's here. Yeah, we just raided that with 1 unit, and now we can't draw income from all of these provinces here. Really, some province defense there would have been nice from you, Mr. Shanton. We've started to destroy the fort in Contum. So Contum stalled this turn. Staled. So he didn't move, and we moved everything on top of his capital to take the fight. So now we are starting to siege the fort, and I still think it's the better strategy. Now that we have the army locked outside, we can either go and attack it, or we can stay in siege, and then I'll just raid the province with 1 unit in case he moves. Or if not, we'll poke and at least see if he changed his setup or something. If he goes to Black Harbor, we will take Contum, and then I think he loses the war. He will have to attack in Contum and try to win that battle, which he might break out with a break siege with everything inside, including his guards. That's worth considering. He won't have the walls, at least, and we are moving more stuff in. Everything I can move in this turn. I bought mercenaries here. We'll get to that. So that's... yeah, we're sieging, we're attacking... No, we're sieging. We continue to siege in Contum and prepare for the battle there. We have started to destroy the fort in Shem, but the wards are severely damaged, so there's probably not anything inside here anymore, besides 1 leader, and we'll try to siege it down and take the throne from him. We won't claim it right away, because that would be a telltale sign for the other players. So we'll wait until the host complains about it in the Discord chat, and everybody knows anyway, then I might as well claim it, I suppose. I'm just kidding. So in Shem, 1 unit were cured from the disease, so I actually gave Boromir, he's named Boromir now, this miraculous cure all elixir that I made earlier. We finally cured a disease with it, so that's nice, I suppose. It hasn't really paid off yet, but I hope it will. We are patrolling, so we have bought 3 sets of mercenaries. I basically bought all the mercenaries. So Wolf can read us here. up in Carrion Mine. They will assist Balthazars, and we'll start attacking them from the north now. That's pretty cool. Then we bought, let's see here, Master Gibber down here, a water mage with a retinue of a single water elemental. And he spawns, look at this, he spawned with an Armor of Souls, which is a blood magic +1 unit thing that we can't make. But if we had this, we could make more of them, and we could make the other blood booster going to 6. So he has this thing as a base. He doesn't even use it. Whatever. I'm going to set him at the very front of the line, and in the first one we'll have him cast spells, but in the second battle he's participates in, I'll just set him to attack, so he runs forward and dies, and we hope we grab the armor. We will basically boost our blood abilities a lot, so that would be great. And then the bowmen have been bought in the province nearby. I bought them just to raid with, and we have, it's just a lot of archers really. Yeah, that works. Hold, and stay behind troops. And so they will move forward and fire at things, and then they'll melee if they have to. Just do like this. A compact formation. And they'll raid in Kratos. There's probably not, following the pattern of Shenton here, there won't be a lot of province defense in there. So we'll grab that. Could he make it to the quantum? No, he cannot. No, it's fine. Good. That's the messages gone through, I think. Now, Clodomir has been revived as a white mage. He's now called Don't Run, because that ends up you being death. So, let's talk about Quantum. I think I basically did talk about Quantum. He stalled, and that's it. We will move in more units, and I'll show the script again in case I didn't do it last turn. I'll just scroll through it here. I moved all the units into Bob's fold, basically. Since we're using it on the front lines, he's the best leader we have, and he can carry all the units basically and give them a huge morale bonus, so why wouldn't we? And we're moving in that mercenary, so because of that, we don't really need Boromir here anymore, so he will move back and give, there's no more diseased units, so he'll move in here and give off the potion again, and maybe be a sort of a logistics guy getting more to the front. He would also be a morale booster in the Black Harbor in the case we need it. That's Quantum done, I think. In Shenton, so my oh my, I think I have defeated Shenton at this point. There's one thing, okay, we're doing well in his homeland. He has this huge army here, which I will be attacking with basically everything in here. One guy is left behind to demolish the lab, in case he retakes it. I'm recruiting a buried initiate with that one turn, but we can't do consort because we don't get the death recruitment bonus. Why would we do it here? Recruiting some units to be helping a siege, maybe prolong it one turn if we can, when he tries to take it back. If we can come back and hold it, then good. If I don't like it next turn, I'll set Childeric to destroy the fort. It is a really good province, so I would rather not, but maybe I'll have to. We'll see. Excuse me. We will move in here with everything we can muster nearby. Inuthu here comes up. We have been bringing some units from here, some reinforcements. From here we will be moving everything in. The Folker here who was sent to Bloodhunt, he will now grab a bunch of Blood Slaves and cast Power of the Spheres, which boosts him in blood magics, and then summon imps the entire battle, and he can use all the Blood Slaves as gems to just power himself and be very, very spammy with imps. So that's maybe going to help a little bit. We don't know if he'll stay. I think if he stays and patrols with the whole thing, we will win. I've sent in, okay, so I'm sending in every angel we have. That's 6 angels because we lost one again. 6 angels coming in, most of them equipped. The new guy is Samwise II. I give him the Black Heart and the Shade Mail, so he's an assassin now. It does give him a chest wound, which is unfortunate. We don't have a helmet slot for him. It is what it is. We need more equipment, basically, but I need him in the fight. And we might take some angel losses here, but if we kill that army, the entire thing, then I think it's game over for Shenton. If not for, okay, so there's the other army down here. It is now moving towards my capital and Mark here. So that is a significant force. We can stop it, I think. From here, he can go 2 ways, either to Ashenton or to Ungbeloth. I still think he's hoping Atinium will destroy me, so he won't go close to Atinium. He will into his cap circle and everything. He will go to Ashenton. And so we're doing some counterplay here. I boosted up to 10 province defense. That's enough to get some units in there. And then we're moving in a counter wraith, the counter wraith, who I took off his items and gave him to someone else to put in the labs. And he will go in. He's cursed anyway. So no, he's not cursed. Yeah, he is cursed himself, and he will curse someone when he dies. He will come back because he's immortal, and then we can refit him again. So he's gonna go in and wreak some havoc and just try to kill as much of the army as they march forward. He's being supported by 2 buried consorts who will come in and spam some spells and then retreat. And there's 2 buried initiates who will do attack closes and just support. They should cast more. Stay back for longer. And he is on advance and cast spells now. No, he should be on cast spells. So I'm casting Control the Dead, because if you look in here, when we see him, his army march forward, these whites here, they are at the very front for the most of the part. So if he stands here like this, and these guys move up to this point, he might get a Control the Dead in on them, maybe even 2, and have them turn around. They'll be killed by their own men. So it's basically like killing some guys, and they would maybe even land a hit on one of the other guys, or maybe killing like 4 or 5. That could be really, really good, because they are a problem for us to deal with. I'm also recruiting a priest here to deal with undead, because you saw the skill spam. So I'm actually going to need all these priests, crazy enough. I might even, we're going to start moving them back. The earlier the better, and I don't think we're doing the Dominion kill anymore. I'm still leaving some behind here. They do more efficiently in enemy domain, so they're really efficient here. We're building the temple up here this turn, and if he doesn't come in and plays the long game or something like this, then we will probably kill him. If we fight the battle and we lose, we will do such damage to him, I think, that we will still be able to just overcome him in time. But I sort of need this army to stay alive so we can fight this army. That would be ideal. We could swing over here right now. Just go here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We would meet them at Friwald, but I'm hoping we will hold them at Mark. We can do, okay, so if they are in Mark or in Friwald, this mage core here can do the craziest communion, right? We can boost our mages a few levels, and we have many, many communion slaves because of all the astral we have in here. And we have blood mages who can do a blood sabbath as well if we want it. We don't have enough. Oh, we do have enough. Which we might want to do because we have lower levels, we have lower levels of astral gems, but more blood slaves, so we could do a sabbath instead. We have many, many mages. Like, basically removed every mage out and attacked this army with a good amount of troops as well. I think we would beat them. So I'm moving some troops down here in this area to help. We have the raiding troops as well. Some of them will retreat from here. We're making a more herd initiates. We are trying to deal with this, and we might as well build a muster here because we will have to have a defense against Atinium again as well. Okay. Meanwhile, in Shenton, if we defeat him here, it will be good. If he goes, I'm actually expecting him to either he will launch an attack on Shenton, in which case we might meet him. Sometimes armies can meet each other when they march across each other, I think. I'm not sure. Or he will go towards towards the center as well in Friwald, in Soaked Earth, probably Garillion because it has higher supply. This one's not that good. So he would go through Garillion, which is also why we're not keeping any mages here. They would just die. We do have a lot of province defense, and there's going to be flyers. So I'm sending in Offar to stand in the middle of the province defense and be an extra commander that they have to kill before the entire thing routes, because we do have a lot of province defense that would need the commander support. So we can kill more eagles as they fly in, I hope. We're raiding out here with one guy. We're moving most of the things in here and there. This guy, why are you moving in there? No, don't do that. We're supposed to be on search magic sites because I changed my mind that I'm not attacking in Florian. The guys in Wilvith will destroy the lab in here, and Childeric has grabbed the Wavebreaker and will move into the water, supported by some mermen up here, and we'll raid this one back. Right now, funnily enough, we are drawing income from these provinces here because there's a connection from the Endless Caverns to the Realm of Silence, which we have control of, and then all the way through here. So that was really good claim for me. We now get a turn of income from this entire section here that we didn't have in the previous few turns. Very nice. We're raiding further on in the water as well. Reclaiming that one there. Let's see, we're searching here, moving, casting new ore specs again at Norfangs. That's here. We are casting, in the capital, we are casting Akashic Record this time, and we're doing it in the Lost Lands, which is a waste. It says it has many more magic sites, but only one have been found, and it has been under my control for the most part in the last, and I figure it will be, unless Atinium really wants it, but then we know what's in here, and we know if we had to fight for it. So I'm doing it, and it might give us a lot of gems, I'm hoping. We are doing Elixir of Life again. We are doing Bloodhound, Summon Allies. That's about it here. Armor of Knights here, and a Horror Helmet in here. Contact Hill Giant. We're doing Boots of Quickness here, and a Water Lens. Up here we're doing another Owl Quill. Excuse me. And we are forging another Fizzle Maze. With another Owl Quill, we are at 535 research right now, and we sort of need to boost it a little bit more to finish it in 3 turns here. I think I had more earlier, but then I made some decisions to move more stuff around. We might change that back to get a little bit more research this turn if possible. Can we squeeze out some research somewhere? It would be instead of a blood hunt, maybe. 16 research. I don't know if that's worth it. It could be instead of a contact hill giant. I sort of want to take up for the Troll King. So that might be a good idea, actually. I'm gonna do that here. Though we sort of need the giants. We are summoning one here every turn. Still, we can do it again next turn. That gives us more research, and then I think with a little bit of more boost next turn in the two turns to come, we will get this in 3 turns, the Conjuration 8, and then we can do the Will of Misery. And then we are going to Blood Magic real quick, and then I think we can really dominate this game unless the other guys have gone for some really awesome research as well. I'm hoping they haven't been able to afford it. Whew. Right, let's do some... Are we ready for the messages? Right, we have a guy raiding here. What are you doing? Oh, I didn't save it before? Oh no. Yes, I did. No, I didn't. Okay, so I didn't save the changes I've made before I started the episode, so excuse me. Yeah, I'm gonna move and patrol this guy up here in case he wants to raid down with the Wraith and try to clear the province defense here. So we'll do move and patrol, and then, where is it? Here, 2 Horde of Skeletons, and then control the dead for 1 turn, and then advance and spells. There. So he's going to help the province defense in there, defend against that guy. The Golem counter Wraith will move. I wanted him up here to counter defend against this guy. I'm expecting him to move along the border here. If he goes into Toledo, sort of the same for us. Well, it's more gold. But here I would be in a position to... No, okay, you know what? This is more important. Going here. We're going in here to search. He should be on retreat, yeah. In case the Wraith can go over there somehow. Alright. And now I'm thinking about what other changes I made that I didn't save then, because there was more, I think. But that's too bad. Okay, now I sort of lost my train of thought, I'm sorry. We have raiding here. Rating there. Did I cover everything? I think so. Then we're doing the messages, I think. Let's try it. We're sending 200 gold to Avas and a message. So let's start with that one. He said something about the Haraspad, and we say, we agree with your sentiments. While the philosophers of Friwald may dabble in blood magic, it is by no means the equivalent of what our scouts report from your front lines. Stories of a golden cow that eats little hobbits are running rampant throughout our dominion. All that fine armor must be expensive to craft. Please accept the following war chest and expect more to come. This is the easiest way for us to support your war. Shantan has most of our troops engaged, but gold is abundant in the magical realm of Bob. We would be grateful for gems you might spare. We can use most except those of air. So a little rhyme for him at the end here. I kind of like that. And this is a very friendly message from me to Avas. A very big investment. Just sending in 200 gold. I think he's losing the war right now. This will make him like me a lot. If he's sending gems to reciprocate, even better, because we can use all the gems except those of air. And having him as a solid ally in the later game will be really important for us here. So very good if we can make that happen. If he backstabs us in the next turn, it didn't sound like he was trying to do that. He really wants us as an ally, so we are going to give him exactly that. Declaration of peace here. We also have a nap 3 with him. Dearest Atinians, I'm writing to Atinians here in hope that someone will check the turn, or maybe it will be for the new guy. So, Bob is mighty, but a king cannot rule this world alone. There are many potential allies around, but in reality there is not. Bob is not really into the golden cow thing, and snakes are considered food in Friwald. You might mention the adulation of the writhing flesh, but Bob has standards. There's also the snake thing again in her hair. In the end, there was never a chance for peace. Bob already knows Cassandra, and he likes her, but she has been acting kind of different lately, and so we sent the monthly wake-up. The war on tentacles are still on. The war on is still on. Damn it. Are you in? Are you in? Message. So I'll change that and fix the grammar, but don't worry about it. Bob is a generous god. Those who join him are rewarded with more than just our famous cheese. Our past is not forgotten, but new stories must be written before the cataclysm ends this world. Yours, the Buccaneers. So, if the old player of Atinium checks the turn and maybe gets an inkling, maybe they see this message and finds the will to play again, then that's good. Or otherwise, it's for the new guy. Sort of not alluding to the fact that I killed him already or helped kill him earlier, but more to the digging into the relations that I already have with Atinium, and I'm gonna send this, just basically send this message to them every turn until someone responds. We'll see if we get a message on our SOS or a response. If they don't want to party with us, then we want to know as well. So that's why I absolutely need some sort of ping out there, and then a message to Mr. Shenton. These angels might be overpowered. Period. And that's it. So that's sort of the diplomacy this turn. So another thing with Shenton, I talked about it last turn, but I don't see any other priests around. He doesn't have any other temples. He does have a temple in here, so he can recruit priests in here, and he has 5 at least in there right now. So they can call God. They won't be able to get her back in one turn. But if they stay here and call God, I want to get in and murder them fast as possible, so he doesn't have a chance to call his God back ever. That would be ideal. Maybe he can do some other tricksy things, but he will need to, get one priest unit that he sort of recruits somewhere will not be enough. He would need he needs to have 10 of them to get her back in 5 turns. So, if we can keep her out of the game for 10 turns, 20 turns, it's over for him. And he's not getting that god back. We took his capital. Yes, it is looking really good. So it's really, again, it comes back to Atinium. If we look at Harasbad and Avas is still larger than Harasbad, and with our support, and maybe me raiding when they are this far into Avas. Whereas Avas is here when they get up next to his capital, we will advance on Rasbad. He has the mobility to come back quickly, which is sort of annoying, but it will relieve it for Havas a bit, and that's going to be like 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5 turns ahead. And that gives me time to build up for it and finish off Shenton and Kontum. If I can finish off those 2, I can gobble up Portis. And hopefully Atinium, or ally with Atinium. I'm going to tell Atinium that we will cede most of the lands to them. And then if they accept the deal, we should have her push into Rosbard, Shenton, and Portis to her south, and I will do the same from the north here. That would be my suggestion. Also worth noting, if we click on Atinium now, it says here, a huge statue of fertility was seen towering over the army. The army appears to be commanded by Cassandra, the statue of fertility, who radiates power. She's a statue. So that's okay. Bob, he can work his magic with stuff like that. Like he can, make statues move and stuff. So we'll make it work somehow. Don't worry about it. If she is still willing to accept that sort of, it has to be if they consent, basically. And then that's basically it for the turn. I think I did that rather quickly this time. Maybe I'm fooling myself. 40 minutes. Let's see. Score graphs, really worth noting. I checked it again. Forts went up, income went up a lot. Look at this curve here. Gem income is going up, way up. Research is sort of staling, which is not what I wanted. So we'll try to boost that a little bit more. In Dominion, rising. Army size, rising. Ascension points, it doesn't really matter. But provinces also rising. We're just doing good all around, and now we are murdering Shenton. We are going to take all of his stuff. And then I think we can if we can kill his army here and kill these 2 armies, basically, then he's down to so little that he will have to just be defensive with what he's got. Like, basically, if he moves south here as well, nothing would prevent me from just taking everything up here. But we do have to deal with that. If he goes down and takes Jepero or the Cavern Realm here, that would not be good. I'm moving in a leader here, Hintal, to go and upgrade the fortress in the Cavern Realm. I think it's about time. And we'll get it all the way up to the max level. This turn, the building is in a temple rather than a fort, and I think that's okay. It's still giving us more infrastructure. And we'll take this fort, and we'll keep this fort, I think, on top of the throne for sure. Bob can run up there and claim it if we want it. It's not the best throne, so I'm not really interested in showing the whole world that I have an extra throne yet. And then we might grab this throne later down the line if I can. I think we have the tools for it at this point. The angels might be able to do it. Something like that. Maybe just scalar spam them down and then do some spells to kill the monolith. We can raid it first and just kill everything else except the monolith, and we can do another attack in the turn after and kill the monolith alone. Something like that, or just get rid of everything except the statues at first, and then kill the monolith and the statues. That's the end of the turn. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for more. We're winning the war, I hope. Don't jinx it. See you then. Bye-bye.